Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out here for you. So once again, we've got more video footage and also articles coming out online talking about another oil depot that has been hit. Now, I was wondering when all these videos would start surfacing, but now we're starting to see them. We know that Ukraine has launched massive drone attacks across Russia over the last couple days and targeting at least 4 or 5 different oil depots. Now, another one has been hit here. This is the oil depot in Rowenky, Luhansk. This is actually inside of Ukraine in one of the annexed regions near Donetsk. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you on a map here in just a moment where this thing is located, or the city where it's located. And I've got some new news here. Apparently, what's being reported is this particular oil depot that was attacked was actually hit by Atacms missiles. Okay, this was not hit by drones. Almost, I want to say 99% of the other oil depots that I have reported on were all drone attacks. Now we are starting to see Ukraine using these Atacms missiles on these oil depots. Now, I was just talking about this in one of my last videos that I reported in the last week, and I was saying, wouldn't that be crazy if Ukraine started using these Atacms missiles on the oil depots that they're targeting, let's say inside of Russia? Because we also had reports that I did in the last couple weeks that the Foreign Secretary of the UK, David Cameron, made a visit to Kiev, and while he was there, he told Volodymyr Zelensky that if they want to use British-supplied Storm Shadow missiles or whatever equipment they give them to strike deep inside of Russia, they can do that if they want to. Now we're seeing these Atacms missiles, which are not from the UK, they're from the United States, but they're using these to now go after these oil depots. Now, this is absolutely crazy news to me. I didn't think they would use these, or really any types of missiles, to go after oil depots. But this just goes to show that Ukraine is very committed to destroying as many of these oil depots as possible. So we know that 4 or 5 have been hit over the last few days, and they're just continuing to go after these. And we know that Russia has been reaching out to Kazakhstan, asking for oil supplies because their oil output is dropping heavily right now due to all these attacks. They're even asking for Belarus to fill the void as well and pick up the gaps that they're missing here. So this is absolutely insane news, guys. I cannot believe that apparently they must have used a Atacms missile to attack this facility. So let me show you exactly the city that was attacked here with this Atacms missile when they struck this oil depot. So again, it's inside of Ukraine, down here in the southeastern corner, okay, close to the border. Here's Luhansk, okay? It's in the Luhansk region right here. Here's Donetsk down here, Luhansk right here, and here's the town of Rowenky. I'm not sure exactly where this oil depot is located at here, but it's here in this town somewhere. I tried to find it and look it up, but I couldn't get the exact coordinates of where it's located. I don't know if maybe I'm just not looking up the correct name, or because they always spell them differently in all these cities and everything. Like here, Rowenky spelled here. It's spelled Rowenky, but then I'm hearing Rowenky, and also spelled with a Y at the end, sometimes an I, so I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not too familiar with all these names. So yeah, it's somewhere here in this city of Rowenky, okay? So there you go. Absolutely crazy. I mean, this would be an easy target for Ukraine to use inside of their own country, because the new Atacms missiles that they have can easily go 300 kilometers from the front line, which is right about here, and they can launch them, probably somewhere as deep as where I'm lining right here, okay? Probably about 200 kilometers inward of Russia. They could target anywhere they want. If they want to target military, Russian military, or maybe more of these oil depots, they could probably do that. But I think this is the first step to Ukraine using these Atacms missiles. This is technically their own territory, okay? It was annexed by Russia in the last few years here when this war got going. Yeah, this is Ukrainian territory, okay? Previously, before it was taken by the Russians. So very crazy. Again, I just can't believe. I really didn't expect them to be using Atacms at all, at least on oil depots. But I don't know if this was like some sort of cluster munition, or if it was just a regular missile warhead or what it was. I don't know what they used exactly, but we've got reports here. Let's go over this on Kiev Post. Missile strikes hit oil depot in occupied Luhansk. Atacms reportedly used. The attack is part of a series of AFU strikes on oil refineries in both Russia and the occupied territories of Ukraine since the beginning of 2024. So let's read about this. Here's a picture real quick of, there was lots of video footage, okay? There was probably 2 or 3 videos online of different angles of this thing on fire, but I showed you one of them in the waiting screen when you guys came in. So it says here, Luhansk, a city in eastern Ukraine, was hit by a missile strike late on Tuesday, May 7th, causing a fire at an oil depot within the city limits. According to Leonid Pasechnik, the head of the self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic, LNR, the attack was carried out by Ukrainian Armed Forces, the AFU. There's some video footage here, but we already showed some earlier. Emergency workers are on site. Our main priority is now to extinguish the fire to protect civilians in their homes. We are currently gathering information about any potential casualties. I am personally monitoring the situation closely, Pasechnik stated. The Archangel Spetsnaz Z Telegram channel, which supports the Russian invasion of Ukraine, claimed that Luhansk was hit by an Atacms missile. The Astra Press Telegram channel reported that 5 workers were injured on site and nearby houses were partially unpowered due to damage to electrical lines at the oil depot. I want to talk about that for just a moment regarding these workers at these oil depots that when they're coming under attack. I saw a report that there was something like at least 50 workers or something at several different locations that had been previously attacked inside of Russia, these oil depots. And these workers were literally just walking off the site. They were quitting because they're saying, hey, this is not worth my life. I'm over here, I'm a sitting duck inside of this facility. If a missile comes in and destroys this facility, I'm dead, okay? There's many people that were reportedly quitting their jobs working at these plants. So this is another problem now for Russia. Not only do they have to keep repairing their oil depots whenever they're destroyed, assuming that they can repair them or in any short order, it probably takes at least weeks or months to get them back online. But now they've got issues with maintaining staff, right? Because now their staff are too afraid to even be here because, these are basically like bullet magnets in a way, or missile magnets, I guess we should call it, drone magnets, because they're constantly coming under attack so frequently that they can almost barely even maintain a staff now. So it says here, as of now, neither the Ministry of Defense or the Russian Federation nor the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine has commented on the incident. This attack is part of a series of strikes on oil refineries in both Russia and the occupied territories of Ukraine since the beginning of 2024. According to Reuters, at least 7 Russian factories shut down their refining capacities in the first quarter of the year. Look at that. 7 factories at least. Let's be conservative here and say that 7 is probably on the low side. Maybe that number is double, okay? Maybe it could be 10, 15 or more that actually shut down, okay? That number could be much higher, who knows? In response to these attacks, Russia increased its gasoline purchases from Belarus and requested supplies from Kazakhstan. Okay, so that's what I was mentioning earlier. They've boosted their supplies by getting gasoline purchases from Belarus and also Kazakhstan. So just absolutely crazy, guys. I can't believe that I literally just mentioned this a few days ago. We were talking about these Atacms missiles whenever we had these reports that Ukraine was getting a bunch of these back in, I think it was March, and they were getting these longer range ones when before they had short range Atacms ballistic missiles. They would go like something like 165 kilometers. Now they've got these longer range ones, which are not really extremely far, but they can go something like 300 kilometers, which definitely extends their range to attack inside of Russia if they wanted to. Now, we haven't seen that yet, but I believe this is the beginning of it, okay? We see like a little bit of an inching forward each time when it comes to seeing what Russia's willing to put up with, what will cause a major reaction from Russia, what won't. I feel like this is a testing of the waters to see how Russia will respond to these types of attacks, because using a missile on an oil depot is absolutely insane. But at the same time, I guess it's kind of hypocritical to say that, because Russia's been pounding Ukraine's thermal power plants and their hydroelectric plants all over Ukraine and completely destroying them with hypersonic missiles and cruise missiles, you name it. So, just again, absolutely crazy news, guys. I just wanted to get this out there again to you. I'm sure we're going to be getting maybe 2 or 3 more reports, and I'll try to cover them if I see them come out on more of these oil depots that have been hit. So, these reports were coming out, I think, in the last couple days, and I was just barely able to find it now. The video footage was just starting to surface as well. So, let me know what you think down below. This is absolutely crazy, okay? Now, Atacms are being used on oil depots, which is going to make it much more effective and much quicker to destroy these oil depots, and probably, in my opinion, cause more damage as well, because drones are not going to cause as big of a blaze as an Atacms missile would, okay? So share your thoughts and concerns and opinions down below. That's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.